In today's episode, we're going to look a little further into why vlogs are making a comeback and how you can apply them to your daily life or into your business.
I want everybody to think of a vlog as when you log into social media, an account that you've had for several years, and you see 2 years ago you were doing this. And so you see this video clip of 2 years ago. Your kid was 2 years younger. You were 2 years younger. Honestly, maybe there's somebody in this video that's no longer here. I mean, so the importance, in my opinion, is so great. With documenting.
And was it out of focus? Was it shaky? Probably. Does that matter? No.
Was it blown? I mean, all of these things.
That's the reason I love Polaroids, especially my Polaroid that only works when it wants to, is like, because most of the images are blurry, and Jordy actually described this to us, and I've heard this description made also by, there's a photographer named Todd Hido, very famous photographer. A lot of his images are a little bit out of focus, are a little more blown, we'll say, a little more bloomy. He's like, for those type of images, the reason they're so powerful is because it's more like a memory or a dream. If you think about a dream is not always in focus. You can't remember a lot of details from a dream in a lot of cases, as far as like finite details, but you remember that it's impactful. And that's kind of how like a Polaroid is, or like, you know, a video from 2 or 10 years ago.
I agree. I just think that it's important to do it. Again, I would encourage our listeners to start vlogging. And again, maybe you never posted anywhere. That's fine. That's fine. I'm encouraging you to do it strictly to
just for you,
make that capsule.
Just for
get that memory.
What's going on today?
You
know, what's going on today in your life that you can look back on 5 years from now and be like, wow, I've really come a long way since that person that I've seen today. I've really gone downhill since that person that I've seen today.
Like, whatever
encouragement you need, like, you can look back on that because you did document it.
Right. So that was my whole thing with, I guess I'll call it my first YouTube channel. Actually, I guess technically it was my second YouTube channel, because I started one again wanting to be a vlogger.
Right.
I
need Montana clean shaven face, Jared.
Listen, if I ever get the time, I may put something together.
Baby Jared.
Honestly,
I think the world needs that.
I think I should probably do that anyways.
Yeah, the world needs that.
To more so tell you what not to do. But again, here's the thing. I'll say this. I never published it. I never put together the finished piece that I had in my head, because it didn't turn out that way.
Right.
But I still have these clips.
You do.
I still have these clips of my wife and I 1 year after marriage, pre-kids, first house, all of these things.
Probably not as tired.
Yeah, certainly not as tired.
I have some energy.
I have these clips. There's one specifically. I think I posted it somewhere before, but we are at Lake McDonald in Glacier National Park, and I'm vlogging very timidly. No one's around, but still talking to that camera is just not natural for most people. I'm vlogging. I'm not sure what I'm telling, but I overhear my wife say, "Is this Lake Douglas?"
No,
this is Lake McDonald. Lake Douglas is back home in Tennessee.
And Dandridge.
But this moment is captured on an SD card that I've now kept forever. And so, like, that moment exists. And I can go back and historically laugh at that. Like, but you don't afford yourself that opportunity if you don't do it. If you don't record it. So again, I had intentions of this vlog being popularity and gaining followers and building a YouTube channel off of it and all these things. That was what I was going to do.
If it was Douglas Lake.
She just wanted to know if it was Douglas Lake. So that's another thing. Like,
Kara, if you're listening, that's hilarious.
Understand with vlogs, like, you may set out and hit record with intention A being the destination. If A never happens, you still at least got the memory. But one thing that truly stopped me from posting and actually finishing that video from Montana, right, was I felt as though no one would watch it.
Yeah, you felt like nobody would care.
It was not as exciting. And part of it was I had this Casey Neistat thing in the back of my mind.
Yeah, he lives in New York.
He lives in New York. He's seeing all these people on the street. He's talking to the NYPD. He's skirting around on his boosted board, first name basis with Marlon, the UPS guy.
Yep. Very exciting life.
Very exciting. Well, it's exciting to me.
Right.
But to Casey, that's just his
day.
life.
Yeah, it's every day.
That's just his life. So I got paralysis by analysis and basically never did anything with it, right?
Thinking you weren't interesting enough.
Thinking I wasn't interesting. But what I have learned since is no, someone is going to find that interesting.
Yeah.
Everyone won't, and you need to be okay with that too.
Right.
But someone will.
Yeah, someone will, and actually probably more than one person will.
More than you think, actually.
Well, I think it's kind of like just in our daily conversation, like whenever we talk to people that are not from our area.
True.
You know, the area that we live in, like these mountains, the Appalachian Mountains, we're just like, yeah, we live here. They're pretty. We understand that.
Right.
But like the people that visit here, they're like, oh my gosh, this is wildly beautiful. And we're like, yeah, this is what we see every day.
On the inverse, where do most people go for vacation?
The beach.
The beach.
So whenever we see the beach, we're like, oh my gosh, this is awesome because we don't see it every day.
Can't wait to get back to the beach.
Right. So
But the people who live there are like, yeah, that's the beach.
Yeah, it's their daily life. So the parallel that we're drawing here is like, yeah, the person that's seeing your channel for the first time, they're on vacation either in the Appalachian Mountains or at the beach.
Yeah.
They're not living there.
No.
Now you're inviting them to come live with you in your daily life.
Yeah.
But yeah, that person's going to find it interesting because it's not their daily thing.
Right. I would say, yeah, don't let that stop you.
Right.
Now again, you can have different goals with your documentation, your cataloging, all these things. Maybe you don't ever have a desire for it to be on social media,
And that's okay.
that's fine.
Just for you. Again, for you.
Yeah, I still think you need to capture these moments.
Yeah.
If nothing else, just to look back on 30 years from now, or here's the other side of life. Like we've all got an endpoint.
Yeah.
It's terminal.
An expiration date.
Yeah, it's terminal. Like I'm gonna no longer be here one day.
We are perishable grocery items.
But those that are left behind, they can enjoy these memories.
Yeah, they can recollect.
They can recollect. Yeah, they can sit down and maybe they will, maybe they won't.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. You're at least affording them the opportunity to sit back, watch these clips, watch these movies, watch these whatever, and just reminisce.
Yeah. So let's do this. Let's give some practical advice on like how do I start my vlog? A in capturing, B like if I do want to upload it, like where am I putting it?
Yeah.
What can I do as an individual, and then even like for businesses, because you and I both believe that vlogs can be very, very crucial for businesses.
Yeah, I think they can be helpful.
Yeah, can certainly be helpful, especially again with them making a resurgence. But what are some practical applications for a vlog? Like if I'm a mother.
Yeah.
And I just got into sourdoughing. I'm going to say sourdoughing because it's huge right now.
Oh, yeah.
First off, mother, if you are a potential sourdough channel, like you've got a great platform because it's booming right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
But how can I get into vlogging and how can I reach my potential sourdoughing audience?
Well, I think it's going to take, like anything, I definitely think there's going to be, a bit of trial and error. Trial and error on what works, but also what doesn't work, and thirdly, like what is sustainable for you to even record. Like if you have this desire to make these vlogs super polished, that might not be sustainable.
Well, it may not be sustainable if you're wanting like big volume.
Yeah, if
you
you're
may have to
do
understand that you can only do one vlog per week versus maybe you want to do a daily vlog.
Yeah.
If you're wanting it polished, a daily vlog may not be the answer.
I would say if you're already on social media, almost every platform today has what they refer to as stories.
Oh, yeah.
Start with stories.
Yeah.
Truly, start with stories because
my wife does stories with our kids.
That is a low pressure environment because here's the thing, it's going to expire to the public after 24 hours. Yeah.
Right? And you can actually still keep it, which is cool with stories.
You still get the
documentation.
Yeah, but like you're not going to have to sit and worry about like long-term performance or trolls going to have. It's like that's gone with a story. So start with stories.
You don't have to freak out about all the details that us YouTubers have to worry about.
but think about the processes and the things that you do on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
Someone's going to find that interesting.
They are.
Someone's not going to realize that this process that's second nature and boring to you, it's not to them.
Well, and the beauty of it too is it may not be second nature to you. I think one example that I'll give that is under my roof is my wife. She does stories of sourdoughing with our kids.
Sure.
My wife right now has this big fear that, because she has just started sourdoughing, because she's still learning her process and everything, that nobody would want to watch that because she has expressed
she's
interest.
not an expert in it,
Right,
right?
she's not an expert. She
Not an authority.
has expressed interest though in wanting to do a channel based on her experiences. And the thing for me is like, no, people want to see that too. Like they
Oh, yeah.
want to see the process of you getting better. That's the whole reason we do YouTube.
I want to see the imperfections.
You want to see the imperfections.
That's why I
Again,
leave my bloopers in a lot of my
right,
YouTube videos.
You do a lot of bloopers, which is hilarious, and I know people love that. But again, going back to people wanting real and authentic.
Yeah.
If Sarah shows up tomorrow with this polished, sourdough channel, that's fine and dandy.
Right.
She's definitely going to grow an audience that way because people want to know what an expert sourdough may look like, so they can try to imitate it.
Yep.
But I think on the inverse of that, people want to grow with you.
Oh, yeah.
They want to grow with your skill set because
Sure.
you might be encouraging, going back to the example that you give, you may be a 2 out of 10 on the sourdough schedule or sourdough sliding scale.
Right.
But you can help other 2s, 1s, and 0s.
Right.
You can help the person that just started yesterday.
Yeah.
So I think, again, and I'm using that sourdougher as an example because it is big right now. And
Sure.
I do watch quite a bit of sourdough content because it gets sent to me courtesy of my wife.
Sure.
A lot of those are not what I would call polished.
Oh, yeah.
They're cell phone clips posted to stories, posted to reels.
Yep.
But they're real. They're authentic.
So this is proof. My wife, I don't even know if she scrolls like the Instagram feed, but she watches stories.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking like the clip amount is
like 60 of them.
60 of them. They're dots even on the top thing, right? But what that is someone being very real, very authentic, very in the moment of that moment in their life, and my wife enjoys it.
Yep.
She's not the only one.
No.
So start with stories.
Yeah.
They're a great place to start. You're going to start to get comfortable actually speaking to a camera.
Yeah.
You're also going to realize like what's like how to capture.
Yeah.
Because, it's going to be a learning process there. But yeah, so like you mentioned, if you're a 2 skill level wise, you can help 2s, 1s, and 0s.
Right.
On that specific note, the channels that I have been subscribed to from a photography and a video standpoint, I subscribed to them when they were
lower,
not the level that they are today.
Right. You grew with them.
Yeah, I would say Pete is like a 9.
Oh yeah.
Maybe 10.
Yeah, Pete's probably a 10 right now.
Yeah, but I started with him
when he was like a 5 or 6.
When he was like 5 or 6. Yeah. That's great because I was a 0 or a 1. I was looking up to a 5. I got to grow with him. And so like I've literally been a long-term subscriber.
I can't wait till the day that I'm a 3.
Well, whatever, but my point is like, you definitely can offer value to someone.
Right.
So just do it. Just do it.
Yeah. So again, going back to practicality though, do it with your phone.
Yeah.
Start off with your phone, get you a nice little phone tripod.
Yeah.
Or just anything you can prop your phone up on. And I don't care if it's polished or not, just document it.
Yeah.
Whether you post it or not, that's for the individual level. Now, there is something to be said if you do want to move into, a more polished approach to where maybe you are trying to grow a YouTube channel.
Sure.
Let's migrate from Instagram to YouTube. You can still do that with a phone all day long. People do that.
Yeah.
But let's say you do want to be a little more polished. Get yourself a good used DSLR or mirrorless camera.
Yeah.
And record it with that.
Yeah. At that point, you're probably going to want to do some editing.
You're probably going to want to do some editing.
And it can be basic editing, essentially trimming the head or trimming the tail.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, you could easily, you see the bits where it's funny where you'll see the person like literally reaching up to stop recording.
Yep.
It's like, well, you could cut that bit.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily have to be there. Now, from a standpoint of efficiency, that's great. They didn't have to edit anything.
Right.
And most people don't care. But if that's something that you do, like maybe you are attentive to some of those details, it's like that's a half a second of that clip. Chop the tail off, and now you're on to the next cut, whatever. So yeah, you're gonna have to have some basic editing, but there's tons of editing apps out there to help you get started. Mobile editing apps even that are really good.
CapCut, VN, LumaFusion, there's all kinds of them.
Yeah. Just start.
iMovie is still stock on iPhones.
True.
So you can still edit in iMovie.
Yeah. Actually, a lot of the apps, even if you like desire to put it specifically to Instagram or something,
Instagram
they've
they
got
have
editors
editing.
built into them. So it's
Edit
like
and playhead.
there's definitely options if you want to do that. I just really think people are striving and searching and reeling for the authenticity.
Yeah.
Another one that's really popular that I see, they do nothing from a camera perspective that's earth shattering whatsoever. But like a lot of people on homesteads and stuff.
Yeah.
That's a really cool thing.
Homesteading is booming right now.
Yeah, but you think about surface level of a homestead. I don't know if there's a more mundane
No.
set of activities.
No.
I mean, truly, you wake up, you go tend to whatever livestock that you have.
You go to your tater patch.
Go pick up some eggs, whatever. Maybe you're tending to go, but like from a excitement standpoint,
Not very exciting.
not a lot of shock value there.
At least not to us. Again, for the person that's never done it, that sees this Little House on the Prairie looking channel, like they're probably like, wow, that's cool. I kind of long for that.
That's intriguing.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, you never know who you're gonna possibly inspire.
Right.
So yeah, I would get started with stories. If you want to migrate, if you have an aspiration of it being public and maybe starting to foster a community, that's another thing that's really, 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 really cool with, say, YouTube, is the community that you start to build.
Yeah. We've used a living room example.
Oh yeah, specifically if you're a consistent uploader, maybe it's a monthly vlog, whatever the frequency is. People are going to start to get used to seeing this vlog from you on
It's
this
like
consistent,
their favorite TV episode.
Yeah, it's like a TV episode. And so what they're going to be is like in the comments, they're going to be saying, "Oh, I love this bit where you drop the flour in the floor and whatever," right? Like people are going to start to build relationship with you.
Yeah.
And I mean, shoot, I have joined several communities as a result of YouTube subscribers.
Oh yeah.
People that I'm subscribed to, right?
Oh, yeah.
They start this community of other people who are dang near just like me. Take AOD, for example. I mean, all of these things.
AOD, I think you mentioned off camera, one that I'm actively a part of, the Fuji community, Fuji cameras, thanks to Reggie.
Yeah. So it's just the power of social media that can come from being authentic, being real, putting these vlogs out there.
Yeah.
There's a lot to that. That you just got to understand that anything that you put public facing, there's a potential for a troll.
You're going to get some keyboard warriors.
You're gonna.
But hey, understand this, with keyboard warriors, and the reason that I welcome them, it's engagement.
What is
engagement is engagement is engagement.
I think they say, what is it? All publicity is good publicity.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're in the tabloids, people are still saying your name.
Hey, I literally had a
Take a
guy
look at
comment
Morgan
on one of
Wallen.
my YouTube videos this morning and says, your video is misleading. That's all he said. I
There
don't
you
know
go.
how. I don't know how it's misleading, but again, it's feedback.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir, for your comment. I'll try to be less misleading next
Try to
time.
be a little more obvious next time.
Yeah, man. Anyway, like I'll take that. It's engagement.
So yeah, that's on the personal side.
Yeah, as a business though, what can I do as a business owner if I'm wanting to start vlogging? Because that seems a little more nuanced.
I think what you could do is start with, again, you could start with stories. So like I take a company, for example. Maybe the company's grown. People don't feel as though they're as ingrained in the company. Maybe it feels less of a family thing, whatever. That's a great opportunity to insert a vlog or a podcast where your president, your CEO, whatever, is constantly in front of you in some facet.
Yeah.
In this case, it's digitally.
Yeah.
But they're showing you things that you're not privy to,
Right.
whatever. Those are good ways to literally spark connection, foster relation without actually having to be in front of those people all the time, because it's just not feasible.
I would say physically you can't be in front of them
I
all
mean, the
time.
CEO of the
Especially
company
if you're a bigger business.
can't be, at all the facilities or all the job sites or whatever, but you can be on one social media platform
You can be.
that your employees are consuming content from.
Well, or even just the people that are wanting to support you. I think one great example here locally is Rhonda from the Isaiah House.
Yeah.
She does her Sunday vlogs
Right.
every single Sunday.
Yep.
and it's just her sitting in her living room
Right.
or her office, wherever, in her house, giving you updates on what the Lord's doing for Isaiah House,
Yep.
what they're accomplishing that week. She's able to stay in front of her following and the people that believe in that mission because she can't physically be.
Oh,
in
it's
front of
not
all of them.
feasible.
No.
Right. Well, and I mean, shoot, even one of our clients, we've adopted a vlog mentality.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why is because we could see that vlogs are becoming more popular again, but two, we were like, okay, this is a great way to passively start to let someone in on the people behind Star Fitness.
Yeah.
Gym's great, equipment's beautiful, the aesthetics there, like it's a great environment. You can be very successful in your fitness journey there. But to humanize it, essentially, because that's what I think a vlog and even a podcast.
Yeah.
A vlog or a podcast can do that that you just don't get otherwise. Like how many people actually get a meat Preston at the gym? I mean, a lot, but does everyone?
No, it's limited to the people that come into those doors
while he's there that day. So it's like, but a vlog on YouTube,
I can meet Preston any day of the week.
I can meet Preston any day of the week.
Day.
I can hear them cutting up with one another. All these things. These are human bits that most people never get to see, and it's a great way to literally let somebody in on the personality.
Yeah.
We literally started this podcast to, I joke with people all the time. It is essentially to let people know the two idiots behind the camera.
Yeah, which most people already know that we're idiots. But if you don't know us, well, now you know.
Now you know. Now you know. But so that's what a vlog can do, even for a business.
Yeah. Well, with the business too, there's so many different avenues with the content of the vlog. It can be educational. It can be entertaining. It can be both.
Yeah.
I'm going to applaud some clients of ours for recently doing a trial with just trying a podcast.
Sure.
Stephanie and Shad.
Yeah.
And the thing that we told them on the upfront was like, this is a way for your audience, because they've got a good platform on YouTube already. This is a good way, though, for your audience to not see totally polished and edited Stephanie and Shad videos. Yeah. They can actually know the people before they come to Tennessee.
Yeah.
They can know you guys.
Well, I mean, with Stephanie and Stad specific.
Stephanie and Shad.
Good gosh.
Stephanie and Shad.
Stephanie and Shad
there it is.
Specifically. Their personality shines through on their edited pieces. But, I mean, you're also only seeing what we let through the filter.
Yeah, you're seeing what we decide to approve and what they decide to approve.
So a vlog, again, is just so much more raw. It's so much more authentic. It's so much more in the moment, and people really, really appreciate that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if anybody got anything from this.
I hope so, and I hope that this encourages some people that if you were on the fence.
I know several people who want to start a vlog.
I do too. Again, in my own roof, or under my own roof, my wife.
Yeah.
I'm encouraging my wife right now.
Right.
And others like her to do it.
Yeah.
Hit record on your phone, on your Digicam, on whatever. I don't care. Just do it.
Absolutely. Do it. Start with stories. Just start.
Yeah.
Just start. I don't think you'll regret it. I really don't. I do not think you'll regret capturing a moment in time.
I
see very little negative that can come from that.
I see a little negative, and even internally, you and I, have discussed even more so, because we do it, but we don't do it enough. Even internally is doing a lot more BTS bits behind the scenes of motion creative, like what we're doing with this project, what we're doing with this mission.
Well, so I will slap ourselves in the face on that specific topic. We've got all kinds of BTS footage.
We do. It's on hard drives.
But what keeps us from doing it? Well, I'm going to say, at least from my perspective, it is my quality or perfection perspective that's like, I have to really edit this footage,
Yeah.
really fine comb it, really polish it before it could ever be consumed.
Well, because we're in the industry, so we want to show the best of the best of the best.
So what's that? What ultimately though? What at the end of the day? What happens?
They're collecting dust.
They're collecting
in a hard
dust.
drive.
Nobody ever sees it, and
Yeah, I mean, I'm
so it keeps me from ever doing anything with
I'm
it.
in the same boat. I don't edit it because of those reasons, and I'll even tag on probably quite a bit of laziness.
But my point is like basically again, just don't be like us.
Yeah, don't be us. Do as we say, not as we do, or don't do.
There you go.
Speaking of things that we can do,
Yeah.
Jared, there are some things that our audience can do that would tremendously help us with future content when it comes to getting seen and heard by other people on the platforms.
Yeah.
What are those things?
Feedback.
Yes.
Leave us any feedback, good or bad.
Reviews, stars and bars.
If there is a topic that maybe we mentioned in this particular episode but didn't dive into and you'd like to hear more about it, gosh, we'd love to hear that. Truly. It's like, hey, I'd love to hear you speak more about this. That's great. We'll do that in the next episode. Whatever. Leave us feedback, reviews. If you know someone like Garrett under his own roof who maybe needs a little
kick in the butt,
a little nudge,
a little kick in the butt,
send this to him.
Yeah,
it's like, hey, I know you want to start this vlog.
Here's some reasons why you should.
Here's an episode dedicated to why they're popular, why they're effective, and why you should do it.
Why your topic matters to somebody.
Oh yeah.
I'll even encourage people to be bold with their reviews. If you think that we're misleading, by gosh, be bold with it.
Yeah.
Somebody on YouTube's been bold with it already, so you're not going to be the first.
Let me know. Let me know. Other than that, yeah. Just
like and subscribe. Jared, here's the hard part.
Ooh,
you almost beat me to it.
We're fixing a double up there. No, we'll just catch you guys in the next one.
Oh, that wasn't very hard for him. All right, y'all have a good one. See ya. Oh, double deuces.
Well, I'm afraid that this one's covered by the mic. Okay, now that I thought about my angles here.
Okay, we'll see y'all.